Hi there, it's Sam from Pootles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today's project is this one. This is one of my no glue fold flat boxes that I was first making these in, I think 2013 or 2014, very early after I joined. And they're lovely. Teeny tiny. Don't need very much cardstock, need a teeny tiny piece of paper, and actually they hold more than you would imagine. And yeah, no glue needed because it's a wrap around and it tucks in on itself to fold. And like I say, I've made them and loads of you have made them as well. Some of you have even done video tutorials, and I just love how they come out because they are so sweet. Although I've managed to, look at that, I've tucked that in wrong. There we go. Tuck that in there better, and they're lovely. They're just very sweet, so I'm going to show you how to make it. And you, like I say, you don't need very much cardstock. Piece of card, 7 by 4 inches, 17.6 by 10.2 centimeters. We've got to be quite specific for us metric folk. And oh, I've got everything sat on top of my scoring tool. Oh, sorry, I've got a cat here on the desk. I've been playing with her, distracting her so I could get on and film. So fingers crossed she has done. Okay, on the long side, score it at 2 inches, 2.5, 4.5, and 5, which in metric is 5, 6.3, 11.3, 12.6. Then on the short side, score it at 1/2 inch, 1, 3, and 3.5. I'm giggling at Sorrel. She's playing with a small piece of ribbon from Wednesday's video, which I've also just filmed, which in metric is 1.3, 2.6, 7.6, 8.9. There's a little paw on camera. Okay. So, first things first, you need to burnish it all. I like to do the longest score lines first. Are you very interested in what I'm doing, Sorrel? Here, play with this again. Play. No, I'm interested in your scoring, your bone folder, Mum. Okay, so we've burnished up all of those. And the way it's going to fold together is, if I bring this one back out to show you, it wraps in on itself. So essentially we need to keep all of one end, which I will keep here, and get rid of pretty much everything except for those 4 little squares. So if you come to the center point, this is the center. You keep the little tiny squares closest to the center and get rid of everything above and to the left of that and keep everything on the right. That's a really big pair of scissors. That's probably the easiest way to explain it to you. So this bit I'm keeping. I'm not going to touch that at all. I want to keep those little squares. I also need to miter them a little bit. So just trimming them off a tiny bit. And you can see over my hand, it's just notched out a little bit. And I'm going to come along and cut all of that away because I don't need it. And that's the bit I need. And I'm just going to replicate exactly the same over here. And trim this away. Easier to come at this angle, I think, Samantha. Definitely. Okay, so one other thing I want to do is just round these corners here. And the reason for mitering those tiny little tabs is that when you come to close the box, if they are exact in their fit, i.e. you haven't trimmed anything away, your cardstock is doing battle against itself. And so just by mitering those down and getting these smooth edges, everything just fits into place so much easier. It really, really does. Okay, I've got 2 tiny little pieces of paper, and on this one you couldn't necessarily tell that they were from the pansy petals, but that's where it is. That's where this paper is from. You can obviously see these little pansies now. They're so cute. So 1 3/4 by 1 3/4 inches. That's for each of these pieces. 4.5 by 4.5 centimetres. And obviously you only need 2 of them because the third of these is going to get hidden away when nobody can see it. So I'm going to put that one on the front and that one on there. And then I just want to do a tiny little bit of stamping from here. So I've got thank you, happy birthday, love you much. I went thank you on that one. Might go happy birthday on this one, which is over here. So this is Pansy Patch, the stamp set. And I'm just going to measure it up. Do you know what? I'm going to eyeball this. I went with So Saffron before, and I'm going to go So Saffron again. I don't do this very often. Look away if it scares you. I'm just going to cut it like that. Aren't I a complete... Oh, what a dreadful crafter. Just hacking at it like that. Okay, so I'm going to put a couple of those on. And maybe I shouldn't have gone with such a big image because it's covering up all my lovely pansy that I cut on the front. So... yeah, I'm just going to fussy cut this just to get a wibbly image and see what that looks like. It might be terrible. Let's see. There you go. Now you can see now you can see the pansy. See? It works. I got there. Right. This, however, might not. Because I want to do a teeny little bow that's just going to sit on there. Just a nice little bow, and trim those off, and I'm doing my best to not cover up that pansy. There's my glue dots. There we go, put that up there, and then I can finish it off by using one of these darling little bumblebee trinkets, and they are fabulously detailed. How gorgeous is that? Love it. And then mini glue dot again. Love these things. You stick my children to the ceiling, I'm convinced of it. And I have got a little bumblebee that is on there. Yes, that was done deliberately. But we're going to put a slightly bigger one just by that pansy, just in case you hadn't noticed it was there. And then I'm going to close it all up. So that's what's wrapping around. And that is holding itself together by the laws of gravity, all defined and changed. No, they haven't been defied at all. It's just how this kind of thing works. And I love it. And those, I think, are really rather lovely. And they would make great favours. They would be brilliant. You could write a handmade voucher. You know, I donate, I don't know, a meal or babysitting or something like that. Fold it up and tuck it inside, but you could also fit little chocolates inside or something like that. But I think they're lovely. I've made them a few times before. It's nice to see them with recently released papers. Anyway, thank you ever so much for joining me. Hope to speak to you very soon. Bye.